Daniela from Textile Waste Diversion, and let me give you a tour of what we're doing today with the Ontario Textile Waste Collaborative. What you're seeing is us set up the assembly line for how we're going to sort and then repackage this material.
Single family homes, and some parts is also for multi-residential homes. So this means it's two different waste streams and we cannot mix them up. We have already an idea exactly what is in every garbage. So for example, if we take one city, then the household waste is divided in clothing, household textiles, footwear, accessories, soft toys, and other textiles. With our weight, if this is what we have, it's about the same as we have in our system, to make sure that nothing gets really lost. And then when we have opened this bag, we take.
This is what a germaphobe looks like when they're about to analyze textile waste. I could die.
So I knew there's no way that there was that much going. More people are educated about donating these somewhere.
Like I always make sure I look at my clothes if they're getting clean.
So Sabine, what are we doing today?
So this is what we're analyzing what people have thrown away. All the material was in the garbage, and municipalities conduct waste audit to figure out what people throw away in order where they need better diversion programs. So for example, if there's a lot of food waste, or if there's a lot of electronics inside, which shouldn't be, but it could be. And this is why you kind of want to control if your diversion program in your municipality is good. So in this case, we got help, and somebody has separated all the textiles from this waste stream and has organized this already for us. And now we want to analyze this further and want to see, would this material be good enough for reuse? Is there a value in it? Or is this material really, just textile waste which needs to be recycled? That's the first step that we're trying to find out here.
Ooh.
Oh my!
But we want to keep
This is beautiful. Okay guys, look at this. So this is stuff that is pulled out of a landfill.
Which bag was it?
Look at how great the quality is of these shoes. It's almost brand new. That was pulled out of a landfill, guys. What exactly is in Ontario landfills when it comes to textile waste specifically? So this is a collaborative approach that we're taking today. So over there we have Sylvia from Kidney Clothes and Renee Delaney from Small Scale Farms, who organized the space for us today here at the hub in Niagara, and Sabine Weber of Sustainable Strategies and Solutions, who has mastermind today. And we need to come up with a solution for Ontario's textile waste, and until we know what's in the textiles, we really don't know what process to develop. And the first thing we noticed today when we started this is the quality is phenomenal. Prior to it ending up in the landfill was actually reusable quality. The value in these bags in terms of the second-hand market is actually a small fortune, and that is not what we expected to see today. We expected that the majority would be unusable, but instead we found it to be the opposite, which should give us an energized effort to work together to see what we can do to educate the public to not throw their stuff in the garbage. So our findings we will release when we're finished, and we'll show you our journey along the way. One of our volunteers has dubbed this the one wedding shoe as a category, right? Look at that, look at the quality. So this was pulled out of a landfill. Look, almost brand new.
So here we have a really good example. It's a toy, and it's made out 100% polyester, but new material only. This means in Ontario we had a law where stuffing material could only be used from new material and not from recycled textiles. This means we could have never used recycled textiles in our own products. That's it.
That's pretty stupid.
Yeah, it is. But I'm happy because this law is now gone for Ontario, and it's only left in Manitoba and in Quebec, and we hope that they will also join this movement and remove this law because there is no sense. And you have to imagine if a company would have imported such an item and this would not say new material only, then there were inspectors actually walking around looking for materials, checking them, and then the retailer had to add later on the label if it was new material only or not. So it was a huge bureaucracy, which is actually now gone.
So let's talk about single shoes. A lot of people don't realize that there's a market for single shoes overseas. So don't throw your single shoes in the garbage, put them in a bin or donate them to whoever, because there is a market for single shoes. They don't belong in the landfill.
It's actually quite sad to see all
Such
the
good
awesome
stuff, right?
going straight into the garbage.
Look at that. Good. What about your program?
So we cook for both paying customers and people who can't afford to eat, with food from out of our gardens and with local partnered farms, as well as, you know, grocery stores. Like, we can't buy olive oil locally and whatnot, so we're trying to start with where we are and then slowly transform and extend the season and extend the partnerships and increase the demand for local food, rather than just accept that the grocery stores have the monopoly.
And what does textile waste have to do with this?
Textile Waste is also a social enterprise doing great things in the textile world. So if I'm representing food, Textile Waste Diversion is representing the clothes. So we all need a roof over our heads, we all need clean water, we all wear clothes, we all eat food. We should be looking at how to systemize these things so it's affordable and accessible to everyone, not capitalized upon.
So the textile stuff for you is a fundraising thing.
Textile stuff for us, when we collect these articles of clothing that can be reused, then we can distribute that amongst people that maybe can't afford even secondhand clothes, because the secondhand clothes industry has almost become unaffordable for some. And so we can distribute to the crew and beyond with the clothes first, and then the clothes that we can't reuse, then we then partnered with Textile Waste Diversion to receive payment for, and that payment goes into feeding more people.
So folks, we've made great progress today, but we have a whole other day tomorrow, and we could use more volunteers. So if you're available and near Niagara Falls, you'll find us at the Hub tomorrow on Queen Street, and we look forward to all the help we can get.